In this presentation, we'll learn how to use PowerPoint with an iPad and a stylus for different presentation options. To begin, I'm going to go ahead and open up the PowerPoint app. And I want to talk about this a little bit. Keep in mind that Lewis University provides all faculty with an Office 365 account, and to get the most out of this app, being able to log in with your Office 365 and Lewis University login will open up all of the available features. Once the app itself opens, you'll notice that we have the ability to open pre-existing recordings, or we can start a new presentation. We'll go ahead in this example and we'll start a new presentation in the upper left-hand corner. Very much like Keynote, you have a variety of different templates that are available to you. Some of these templates are more accessible than others, and as I did in the previous video on Keynote, I'm just going to select a very standard blank presentation with a white backdrop and black text, thinking about accessibility. Once we open that up, you'll notice that this looks very familiar to versions of PowerPoint that you're familiar with. Across the top, you have your various menu bars. Down the left-hand column, you'll have your slides, and in the center, we have the slide that we're editing. Let's go ahead and double tap and add a title to this. Again, this is just a demonstration, so we'll keep it simple. We'll add a title, and let's delete the subtitle altogether. And we can resize the title just like we did in Keynote here. And you can see just how similar these two products are at this point. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a new slide here. So I'm going to come in the upper left-hand corner and select New Slide. Now you do have the option to change the layout just like you would in normal PowerPoint here. And we'll go ahead and we'll double tap the title here. We'll call this Content. And we can double tap to add text here. I can do a variety of different things here. But what gets interesting is once I bring the stylus to this, you'll notice very similar to Keynote, the tab that I get across the top is called Draw. Once I get Draw, you'll notice that there are highlighters, there's pencils, there's pens, there's erasers, there's even a ruler here that I can adjust with my hands and create a straight line with. Alright, so I want you to think about the possibilities if you're in a drawing class, or you're doing a diagram, or you have a math formula, or just, maybe you're in aviation and you're trying to explain a flight pattern. I want you to think of just how powerful this tool could be for you. Alright, it's Word, but instead of using a whiteboard, you could be staring at your students while giving the presentation with this, so that you're making continuous eye contact with your students. Once we get done with this, you'll notice that just like in Keynote, that particular drawing is now saved and embedded. If I want to delete this, we'll select the box that we drew in, and we'll delete everything that's inside of it. To stick with our demonstration, we're going to present this of what this would look like if we were in presentation mode. We'll come to the upper right-hand corner, and we will go ahead and go to Slideshow. And we can do this in presenter view if we need to. Okay, so I'm in presenter view, but you're not seeing presenter view. But for faculty, this allows you the ability to know what slide is coming next for your pacing and your sequencing. The presenter mode also has a variety of tools that are markup tools. And you can see as I just circled the title in red text. These are not saved unless we require that they are saved. I can, and you can't see this, but I can mark all of this, or I can erase all of this. What's interesting about this is when we exit out of this, we will be asked, do we want to keep these annotations? And this is where the PowerPoint version is a little bit different than the Keynote version. Keynote doesn't save your annotations, but if you're doing a presentation in PowerPoint and you're marking up your slides and you want to save those annotations to the slides, you can do that by selecting Keep. In this case, I didn't write anything prolific, so we'll just discard that. I'm going to back out of this presentation by coming to the upper left-hand corner. I have the option to save or delete this draft. I'm going to go ahead and delete this draft. I'm going to go back to my recents, and you can see that I can rename, delete, or share. The other thing that's interesting about this is when we think about share with these, we can keep these locally, or we can share these with our OneDrive. So I just want you to be thinking about the whole Microsoft platform and all of the apps that are available with that. I hope that you found this tutorial useful and that this encourages you to try and to deploy PowerPoint in your classroom with an iPad and a stylus. I think there's great advantage to this. If you'd like more information, please visit us at the Faculty Center for the Advancement of Teaching and Learning, and if you like this tutorial, feel free to watch and subscribe to our playlist on YouTube.